Hi guys, now we are going to see the topic about the call by value and the call by reference. See, already we had seen in the function about the call by value. See, either it is a system function or the user defined function. Suppose if the function, if it has some argument, then we will pass some values. See, previous and all we had seen about how to pass the value to a function as a argument. Say, now we are going to see how to pass the address of an variable to a function. Say, passing the address of an variable, it is known as call by reference. That is, we are calling the function and we are passing the address, reference address. So here, very first, now let us see about that call by value. See, we had in the function and all we have seen lot of programs about call by value. See, now let us see about the call by value. See, whenever we are passing the argument to a function, there we will pass the values. See, the values, it can be directly we can give the value, otherwise we can store it in a variable and we can pass that variable to a function argument. See, these are all call by values. See, for example here, now let us take a simple example here. Suppose if I want to find the circumference of a circle, now let us take a example. What is the formula for the finding the circumference of a circle? The formula is 2 pi r. This is the formula for finding the circumference. Now suppose if we want to write a program, here we need to pass the value, that is pi value and the radius value. So what is the pi value? 3.14. Radius value, depending upon at the run time, this pi value is constant. Pi value is 22/7. The radius, it will differ. At the run time, what radius we are giving, depending upon that, the function will return the answer. See here, for example, now let us see this one. My function name is here. Let us create this return type is, function return type is float. So the circumference result, it will be in floating point. So here I am declaring the function return type as float. Next here function name. Say, for finding circumference, let us assume this function name is circum. Next here inside, if I am passing the two variable, very first we are passing the pi value. For that, here I am declaring the variable name pi. Next one here for radius, this also data type float data type. So here I am giving it as r. So here we are passing the two value, calling the function by, here we are going to pass the two values. Two values are floating type of values. Next here, this is the function declaration part. Next void main. Here this one main. For finding the result, here I am declaring the variable as float. Next, for getting the answer, here I am declaring the variable as ans. Here ans is equal to, here I am calling the function, that is call by value. Here the function name is circum. Next here I am passing the value, that is for pi value 3.14. Next radius, suppose if you are giving it as 10, let us assume the radius value is 10. Next here I am telling to print the circumference of circle is equal to percentage of f, because here we are using the float. So next here ans, I am telling to print that ans value. Main function, inside the main function, totally 3 statements. Just I am passing the value and I am getting the answer. See, now let us see about this function definition part. In the function definition part, here see, the formula is 2 pi r. So here after passing this value, this 3.14 is stored to pi variable. Next 10 is stored to this variable r. So here after passing, here I am getting that value and multiplying with the 2. So that result is stored in RES. Finally, I am returning this res value. Here this 3.14, this value is passed to pi variable. Next here this 10, the value 10 is copied to this variable r, so that this pi variable hold the value 3.14. next this r variable, it hold the value 10. Here inside res, this is the local variable. Here I have created inside this function definition part. Next res is equal to 2 into, I am multiplying this pi value and the r value. Finally this result is returned, where the function call to that position, these values will be returned. I have called the function here, so this res value will be returned and stored to where ans variable. Here I am telling to print the ans value. See here we are passing, this is the main thing, call by value. Here we are calling the function by passing the value. Here this and all value. See, we can directly give the values, otherwise we can store it in a variable and we can pass the variable also. This also pass by value. See, float here, let us assume this. For radius rad, for pi value I have declared the variable name as p. Next here answer ans, so that here instead of giving value we can give like this also. Here I am passing the variable p, next here rad, so that this variable p, it hold the value. Here we should mention the value for this variable. Suppose directly we can give here itself, p is equal to 3.14, this is constant value. Next here r is equal to, suppose if you are giving 10, next ans value, next semicolon. So here this first argument value p, I am passing the value p, so here inside this p that value will be passed. Next here rad value, that is 10 is passed, so here I am mentioning the variable name instead of value. This also call by value only, because if I am mentioning the variable, inside that variable that value only will pass. So this and all comes under the call by values. Now let us see about the call by reference. See, let us take the same example here. See, what is call by reference? Instead of passing the value, we are passing the address of an variable, that is known as the call by reference. Say, for that we should mention the pointer variables, because what purpose these pointer variables were used? See, already last class we get seen, the pointer variable, it is used to store the address of the another variable. So while passing the address, we should get that address, store it in the variable, so that here we are using the pointer variable for storing the address of the another variable. So here we should mention the pointer variable. Here in this argument, very first argument, let us assume star pi. Next one here star r, radius, for radius here I am giving star r. In same way here also star pi, next this and all pointer variable star r. See here we should pass the address, this is main thing. Here last program we have seen, here we are directly passing the value. Instead of passing the value, we are passing the address of the variable. See here very first here I am passing this address of this p variable, next address of this r variable. So this both the address p and r address were passed. So here we are calling the function and we are passing the reference, call by reference. Next here, suppose if you are creating the program like this, while running the program, at very first it compiler allocate the memory for this p and the r. ANS, these and all in the main program. See here, main part. Now very first, while running the program, the main part program, each and every statement will execute. Here very first float. So here this float P, R and ANS, three variables. So the compiler, it reserve the memory for these three variables. First one P, this variable name is P. Next here R, for this R it allocates the memory. Next here this variable name ANS, so it creates the memory, it allocates the memory for ANS. See, each and every memory block, each and every variable, it has the unique address. So here for the P, for example, let us take this address as 1000. Say how many byte it allocates for this P. Totally this what depending upon the data type. Here float data type, so 4 bytes were allocated for the P. The starting address of the P is 1000. Next for R, let us assume this 1004. Next answer for this 1008. See here P is equal to 3.4. So here inside this memory I am storing the value 3.14. Next R is equal to, these are all constant value 10. So here inside this memory block the value 10 were stored. Next answer, this is empty. So here after in this step, here the memory will be allocated for each and every variable. Here the function call by reference. Here I am passing the reference and I am storing the address, reference address to the particular pointer variable. See, this is known as initialization, otherwise initializing the pointer variable. See how we can initialize the pointer variable. Initialization is nothing but here for the pointer variable we can initialize the address of the other variable. See here for example, see suppose if you are creating a variable here integer a, next star ptr, so that here, see for understanding I am telling, you leave it here, a is equal to, here for a it creates the address. For example, let us take this one 2000. Suppose compiler, if it allocate the memory, the address of that variable is 2000. Next for the pointer, here it allocate the memory, this name ptr, this variable name is ptr. Here I am telling ptr is equal to ampersand of a, that means address of a were stored to where ptr, so that here now the ptr will have the address of a, so here 2000, this is the address of a. Next suppose if I am telling star ptr, that is value at ptr is equal to, suppose if I am giving the value 2, let us assume this one 2, star ptr is equal to 2. Now where this value 2 will store, here whether to the pointer or to a, where this value 2 will store. Say the operator value at, star refers the value at, so here value at ptr address, to that address the value will be stored. So here value at ptr, inside the ptr we are having 2000, so value at 2000 is equal to 2. So here this 2 will store to here in a. See here, now let us come to the program here. So this address of P, that means this 1000 will be passed to where pi. So this pi value it hold the, now let us come to, this is main part. Now once controller come here function call, so it jump to the function definition part. So now after this statement, next it goes to the definition part, function definition part. So now we are in function definition part, that is user defined function circum. See in here star pi, so this pointer variable pi, it hold the address of p. Pointer variable, it is used to store the address of another variable. So here this pi store the address of this p variable. What is this address of this p variable? 1000. So here the value 1000 is stored here. Next one, here float star r. So here this is also a pointer variable. So here it creates a, it allocate a memory for the pointer variable. Here this variable name is r, pointer variable name is r. Next it hold the address of r. So what is the address of r? 1004. So 1004 stored here. See next here, so you keep it in mind, this pointer variable pi it has 1000, next r it has 1004. Next here, say here in this statement res is equal to, here address were initialized to this variable pi and r. Now we are going to fetch the value at that address and we are going to multiply. So here res is equal to, here see first what is the formula? 2 pi r. So 2, next this multiplication into, next here this pointer variable pi, value at pointer variable, next into, here again value at r. Say now after getting the address, here local variable res, here in the circum function this pi value hold the address 1000 and r value hold the address 1004. Next here inside this local variable res, so here the memory were allocated for res. Next here in this step res is equal to 2 into, that is you see here 2, so 2 into value at pi, that is value at, what is the pi value? 1000. So value at 1000 what? Value at 1000 is 3.14. So 2 into 3.14. Next here multiplication into, next value at r. Value at r means here the address, this r it hold the address. What address this one? R hold 1004. So value at this 1004, what is the value here? At the 1004 the value is 10. So here into 10. 2 into 3.14 into 10. So here the answer, that is 6.28. So this answer is returned to the ANS, returned to the where the function call. Here we had called the function. So here this to this variable ANS this result were stored. Next here I am telling to print that circumference of this circle is here. Here the result will print as 6.28. So this is the output. So here what is the result here? This result is, here it stores the value 6.28. Now this value inside the 6.2 is returned back to the ANS. This value 6.28 stored. See, now let us see another one program here. This program, suppose we want to swap the two numbers. here instead of passing the value, here we are going to pass the address of an variable and we are going to swap the values inside that address. Say now let us see the output here. Here in the main part, here I have created the function name, user defined function name as swap. Here totally two variables, point1 and point2. This variable were used to get the address of the other variable. See here, for example, here integer a is equal to 1 and b is equal to, see here in the main part I have declared integer a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2, so that here it allocate the memory for a and for b. See, let us assume this a variable address is 1000, next for this b 1004. Say inside here what value here, constant value I had declared 1 for a and 2 for b. So here next here I am passing the address of this a and b, so that here this is the function definition part. So this a address stored to the pointer 1 and b address stored to the pointer 2. So here the pointer variable ptr1 it hold the address 1000, next ptr2 it hold the address 1004. Next here this once this one no return type, because here I had created the function as void. Void means there is no return type. If there is return type, here we should declare the variable and we should get that return value. Here as it is no return type, here simply I am calling the function only, calling the function and I am passing the address of that variable. So here in this part for swap this function, this is user defined function. Here I had created the variable temp. See here temp is equal to star ptr1, that is temp is equal to star value at ptr1 address. So here temp is equal to ptr1 address is 1000, value at 1000 but 1. So here the temp variable will have the value 1. Next ptr1 is equal to, that is value at ptr1 is equal to, that is value at 1000. Here 1000 for this address 1000. Here value is I am storing the value of ptr address 2. So here what is the ptr? It hold the ptr2, it hold the address 4. So value at 1004 is 2. So this 2 is stored to 1000. So here 1000 location. So in this step this ptr1 it hold the value how much? Address of this ptr value it hold the value 2. Next here pointer variable 2, ptr2 is equal to temp. So the value at this pointer variable 2 is equal to temp. What is the value inside this temp? That value stored to this address of this ptr2. In the temp value is 1, so this 1 is stored to address inside this ptr2. See, address inside this ptr2 is here 1004. So the inside this 1004, this temp value stored. Temp value is 1. Say, just we are passing the address and we are swapping the numbers. So here, once here this function completed, next again it return back where the call. Suppose if you are giving the printf statement here, if you are giving the two statement before the swap function, here the answer will be a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2. After the swapping, here result will print as here a is equal to here percentage d and a value. What is the decimal value inside this a? That is a address 1000. So here inside this 1000, now currently the value is 2, so it will print the 2. Next here b is equal to here percentage of d, next b. In here in the b, what is the value here? The b, the location is 1004. So this 1004 it hold the value 1 and e is equal to here next step it will print the answer 1. So after swapping, this output will be displayed like this: a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 1. So this is the output.